got a new mug and I'm obsessed with it. Why not have a little breakfast in bed? I'm having a big boiled egg obsession at the minute. I just can't get enough of this. And this mug, oh my god. I'll link it below. This is living, if you ask me. This is all I need. This is the next read. Another book about sisters, would you believe? But that's apparently my favourite kind of book to read. I've just checked the forecast and it's to be windy later. So I'm gonna get myself out of bed. I've had a gorgeous little lounge and relax this morning to start my day. And it's only 8:30. I woke up at 6 this morning. I just was like, ping, awake. Beautiful sunrise out the front window. So yeah, I'm gonna strip the bed and get the bedding washed today, which will be a very good task to get done. And I really look forward to getting like the next bedding combo on. I always mix and match and create new combinations every time. So we'll see what we come up with this time. So we've got this fitted sheet from Piglet in Bed. This is my favourite fitted sheet. I can't get this through the wash and back on quick enough. It's this gorgeous floral pattern. Then the quilt is going to be, this one's actually from the Secret Linen Store. This is the only non-Piglet in Bed piece of bedding that gets a look into our bedding rotation. I really like this one and it's really soft. It's like quite cozy. I feel like it's not really one for summer. I prefer the linen in summer, so this could be one of the last times we use it as we approach summer. And then a blue flat top sheet. The blue pillows to match that, and then the checkered pillows to match the duvet. Bed is made. Not gonna lie, I'm not sure I love it as much as the previous one, and I just think maybe these checks with this stripe, I got this bedding before we had the wallpaper in here, and I feel like smaller gingham works, but maybe the stripes and the bigger checks feel a bit too bold. But I mean, I still like it, just not my fave. But without the wallpaper, looking down at like this, all three of these, mwah, that makes me so happy. I woke up so early this morning and I honestly feel like the day feels so full already. I mean, all I've done is have breakfast in bed and read my book and change my bed sheets, but I mean, that's quite good for it not even being 9 o'clock yet. I thought you guys could come spend the day with me because I'm actually heading north on the island. Do you remember how I rearranged my bedroom and I had some G-plan furniture? I popped it up on Facebook Marketplace and someone got in touch like instantly. I just listed the drawers at this stage and they were like, yes, I'll take it, fantastic. Do you have any other mid-century stuff? And then I obviously had the drawers that I'd switched out as well, and I had another one of them in the spare room too that I was eventually going to look to change. Yeah, she's taking them too, and it's actually the sister of someone that I know quite well, so that's quite cool. And she was like offering to come down and collect them next week, but I was like, you know what? I'll come up and drop them off for you because I quite fancy a little day out on the Trotternish Peninsula. So that's where we're heading today. I'm thinking, I was tossing up maybe walking Nuala at the Kerrang, but I think it is like a 3-hour walk, but maybe I'll be up for it. I don't know. We'll see how I feel when I get there. Either the Kerrang or Lookout Bothy. That's a lot much shorter walk, but absolutely stunning out there. And yeah, there's a little Bothy at the end of the walk, so I'll be able to show you guys in there. So we'll see which one I choose. But I'm also going to get myself a little Hungry Gull. Also haven't decided if when I'll do the walk and if I'll have brunch at the Hungry Gull or get a takeaway burger in the evening, because I love to get a takeaway burger from the Hungry Gull and then go sit down on the beach at Staffin and sit in my car, eat the burger, have a nice moment. A swim at that beach is also a lovely time, so there's options today and I'm just going to see where the day takes me. I just need to wait for the washing to be done before I leave because I'd love to get it hung out before I go. And then I don't really have too much planned tonight. Lee's actually away on a stag do, so I'm strong independent womaning for a little while. As you guys know, I love to have a little pamper evening. I might have a bath, read my book. I've got a little bit of editing to do for work, which could maybe do in the hammock. I'm just throwing out options to you guys as to what might happen with this day. The island has definitely got busy. I was meeting my friend for a walk yesterday and usually like the time it takes me to get into Portree, I like doubled it because you just never know at this time of year. Like there's some seriously slow drivers out there. I'm not sure if I ever actually mentioned it to you guys, but I say recently, maybe like a month ago, got some new straighteners, and I was absolutely hating them at first, then loving them. Then they broke. What an emotional roller coaster. They're fabulous super stylers, but I bought them on John Lewis, and I just quickly pulled up the email from when I bought them, and it literally said under the product 5-year guarantee. So I just got straight onto the phone to customer service, which is very not like me. I usually just completely avoid making phone calls and doing things like that for as long as possible. And within like 10 minutes, there was a replacement pair being processed to be sent to me. So 10 out of 10 customer service from John Lewis. And I'm really looking forward to them arriving because I just haven't been enjoying styling my hair because I haven't had anything to style it with. I don't know if they'll arrive in time for me going out today, so it might be another bad hair day. I do annoyingly need to drop off the broken pair to a John Lewis, which is highly inconvenient with living on a Scottish island, but I'm actually heading to Fife next weekend, so I'm thinking I might be able to pop through to Edinburgh for a day. I'm going to put on a bit of Rare Beauty blush, and every time I put this on, I put less on, and it still goes so far. This stuff is so pigmented. Oh, I think this might finally be the right amount this time. We've nailed it. Maybe even too little, but is that blush blindness? I just realised that this headband I'm wearing matches this dressing gown. I think this could be the new get ready with me combo. Oh, ow, tuggy. I'm ready. I'm gonna wear this jumper, but it sadly like went really discoloured. I sometimes wonder with like white and coloured striped things, like how do you avoid that? You can't wash it with whites because it's blue. I mean, I'm saying that as if we separate our washing. We don't. If I were to though, really the blue would still just run into the white. Are there any hacks that people have as to how to keep white in a stripy jumper like this? Because I don't know, I've only worn it a few times and it's kind of discoloured now, and I put it on and I was like, oh, this doesn't look good. I was actually sent a few wee bits from Beauty Pie, some of which is in my shower. Some body wash I used this morning. It was proper like citrusy, fresh, like, oh, so nice. Retinol eye cream, which, you know how I've been having the old trouble around my eyes. This one has hyaluronic acid in it, which I believe is like super hydrating. So I think that I might need a very hydrating eye cream if I'm going to do retinol around my eyes at all. I'm going to stay away from it for a while just because I did have that really bad outbreak recently. But I think this will be what I ease myself back in with because it sounds like a really hydrating version of one, which I think is what I need. And I might say as well, I wasn't putting the tretinoin around my eyes, it was just migrating onto them. Try building up the retinol resistance with this super retinol eyes. Also, this totally reminded me of a very funny situation. My friend Yvonne is a pharmacist, and when I started seeing hyaluronic acid come onto the scene, I swear it was just in the last few years. Did I miss something, or is this a very new thing to skincare? I remember saying to her, because I knew she was a pharmacist, I was like, Yvonne, have you seen that people are starting to use hydrochloric acid in skincare? She was like, no, Caroline, no, they're not. I was like, Yvonne, I swear they are. I've seen it. And she was like, no, it's hyaluronic, not hydrochloric. And it was just so funny. I was so convinced. I was like, they must have altered it somehow so that it's now safe. And we're in chemistry at school. There was like a rhyme that our teacher used to say that was like, Johnny was a science kid, but Johnny is no more because what he thought was H2O was H2SO4. I just googled it. That's sulfuric acid. And this one that is getting used right now is they've sent me a perfume. Remember I was saying I was having some trouble with my perfumes feeling a bit too woody and autumnal. This one is Amber 01, which amber is kind of, I'd say, in the earthy tone of perfumes. I have had a sniff already, by the way, and then put it in the box for the purpose of filming. But this one's a lot sweeter. It's like a musky sweetness, and I really like it. And it is far more of a spring vibe, so the prayers have been answered. Thank you so much, Beauty Pie. My little perfume collection is just becoming my pride and joy. I just love it so much. We've got Chloe Santalum. I annoy myself that my labels all get quite like dirty. I don't know how that happens. I'm going to try to look after them more. Penhaligon's Halfeti, ultimate winter, woody, spicy, gorgeous. This was the one I was putting on the other day that was feeling pretty autumnal, but I feel like you can almost still get away with it in spring. That's Diptyque number 34. We were in our rental house in Balmacara. I ordered paint from Coat Paints, and when I opened the box, it smelled insane. And I was like, what the hell is that smell? Because it came in like a bag and it had been sprayed with something. And I posted about it on my Instagram story. And they replied and was like, it's Diptyque number 34, so I had to have it. One is also, this one and the Chloe are the two kind of most springy, summery ones. So I've got the Merit, I think its name is Retrospective, but it doesn't actually say it on it. Rose Highland. Again, I don't know how I got them so dirty. This is why I've brought around this tray situation to try keep them nice and fresh, because I was kind of had them in around my makeup and stuff before, so maybe that's how this happened. This one is super nice, super sophisticated and gorge. That was a Mary Skinner recommendation that I jumped at. Nectary. This one is really oody. Love me some oud. This one's pure oud pretty much, and I love it. The one that I just showed you. And then this one is quite summery as well, actually, now that I think about it. That is Penhaligon's Solaris. It's a super oily freshness, if that makes sense. I don't know if something can smell oily, but it smells like, I don't know, it's like a real rich, decadent sweetness. And then this one my brother and sister got me. It's not actually got anything in it, but I can't decide what I want to put in it, but it's just a super gorgeous vintage perfume spritzer that... Oh, did you see all that dust that just came out of there? How embarrassing. Okay, I don't know what was going on, but I was not vibing that outfit. So we've changed, and I've pretty much resigned myself to the fact that I'm not going to be hiking the Quran. It feels strange to go on a 3-hour hike in a neck scarf. So we'll go to the Lookout Bothy, and I'm feeling much better about my outfit now. This is from Monsoon. Love her. I feel like this is going to be a great little throw-on cover-up for spring summer. Also, I need to get these drawers into the van all by myself, so wish me luck. Not gonna lie, the rug was a little bit of a stroke of genius. We're loaded up. This is the dressing table and the 2 bedside tables, and I've surrounded them all in pillows because it's quite a windy road up to Staffin, so I'm hoping they'll be nice and secure like that. Okay, I've had my brunch, and when I arrived here at about maybe 11:30, I was swithering on whether I'd done the walk first and then came here, and then I drove past the Hungry Girl and I saw that the car park was like empty, and I was like, I gotta strike now because this place gets so busy. So if you want to try the Hungry Girl, if you're visiting, come at like 11ish. Really nice like breakfasty, brunchy style things. I really loved what I ate, but I didn't really think my order through because I ordered eggs and I had eggs for breakfast, and there's 3 eggs on the dish, and I was like, not sure I can do 5 eggs in one day. So I had 2 of the eggs, but it was absolutely delicious. Guys, I've literally just sped walked here, maybe even class it as a run to get to the Bothy before. I was walking behind this family of 4, so I wanted to get here before they did so I could quickly show you around. It's looking a little bit, I don't know, someone's had a dog here that's got his mucky paw prints all over here, which is quite sad, and then it's also looking a little bit damp, but I guess it's a basic shelter that's pretty exposed out here. But yeah, the MBA is run by volunteers and they look after, as you see, 100 Bothys throughout the UK. And they do such good jobs. Maybe I should like volunteer to come and give this a little bit of a spruce up, because it probably needs a bit of damp paint and a wipe down. So maybe that's something I should do. This is really upsetting to do, to leave a duvet there. That is very bad Bothy etiquette. Like, leave no trace, guys. Leave no freaking trace. But yeah, this is a little sleeping platform that I guess hikers would sleep on. We've never stayed here because it's too close to home to like really bother. And has this absolutely amazing view. I was just driving home and it was absolutely pouring with rain, and I was like, oh my god, I've left my washing outside. And then I got to near my house and I could see the road was dry and it wasn't raining near here yet. So I managed to get home just in time, ran and brought the washing in, and it's still a bit damp. I've just hung it up, but it didn't get rained on. I literally got it in like 2 minutes ago and now it's pouring. So that was good timing. I got home earlier and hello Nila. I just took a little nap. I say I took a nap. I'm not a good napper, but I lay down and chilled. I am in comfy clothes and gosh, the days ran away a bit since I got home. I have just been relaxing, to be honest. I was in like a bit of a weird mood on the walk that I was on, if I'm honest. There was like so many signs about keeping your dog on the lead. Like it was all dogs on lead. There's like 3 or 4 signs. And I fully understand it from the farmer's perspective. So frustrating. People that don't know the proper etiquette and let their dogs run ragged around livestock, worry the livestock, causes awful situations. And it's a shame when you see these signs because you know things have happened that have led the farmers to put these signs up. I do feel for the farmers in that situation. But then it's also so annoying that Nula's like fully trained around sheep. I think weirdly her listening skills when she sees a sheep increase. They get better. Honestly, I can't explain it, but they do. Must be something with her, I don't know, instincts. She's like ready to listen for commands when she sees a sheep. And the countryside code is on a lead or under close vocal control, which Nula could have been. But all of these signs were saying must be on a lead. So I was like, oh, I'll just keep her on the lead. Then she doesn't do the toilet on the lead. And she's such an off-lead dog. So it was a big old lead walk for Nula. There was this one stretch where I could see everywhere around me. So I did let her off and go to the toilet. But when I was there, I was genuinely on edge that a farmer would see me and be mad. So I was on edge when she was off the lead. So it wasn't worth keeping her off like for any other part of the walk. I know some people will because they'll be like, well, that's the code is that you're allowed to have them off as long as they're under control. But it's just not worth it for how I was feeling in that short period of time where she was off. I was like, I'm just going to keep her on because it's what the farmer has asked and I respect their wishes. And then I got to look at Bothy and it was like super moldy and super dirty and there was like a duvet there. It just didn't feel in a great shape and that made me sad. But then it did make me realise like the MBA is volunteer ran, so I can volunteer. So I'm thinking about volunteering my time to give a little spruce up. I messaged Lee when I was walking back to the car and I was like, I think we should just take a scrub and brush and maybe message them and see if they mind if we pop up some paint. And he was like, yeah, absolutely. So I think we'll do that because it's such an amazing facility and it's sad to see it not looking its best, but it's also, again, understandable because it's volunteer ran, but that doesn't mean it doesn't make you a bit sad. So essentially, there will have been some clips of this gorgeous walk and everything probably seemed great, but it wasn't my usual time spent in nature healing my soul vibe. Although I did feel good and the views were gorgeous and I did enjoy the walk. And Nula actually done me so proud today. She was so good in the cafe. She's always good in cafes, but some days I just look at her and I'm like, this is everything I wanted you to be. She was lying down next to me in the cafe, but then someone at the table next to me would be like kind of cooing her over. She'd go over, snuggle in, get some love, lie down, come back to me. There was a wee baby that was looking at her and she was just She just sat next to me looking at the baby, didn't go over to the baby. She was just perfect. And then she was on the lead for this whole walk, and in the beginning I could tell she was a bit frustrated. But then obviously dogs still get tired with on lead walks. And she then just like walked perfectly for like 80% of the walk. Anyway, ended up on hygiene TikTok, and I feel like proceed with caution on hygiene TikTok, because I do kind of feel like a lot of it's a bit extreme and some of it's quite performative, I think, taking some things too seriously. Little farm girl here, like not afraid of dirt and germs. But some things, like a loofah, have always kind of given me the fear a wee bit. And then I saw the girlies talking about a silicone loofah, and I was like, I'm having me one of them. This was a £5, and I'm excited to try it. So I'm going to have a little bath tonight. And in the bath, I'm going to have some almond shower oil from L'Occitane. L'Occitane, I can't ever remember how to pronounce it. This is a repurchase. You guys know I've used this before, but I didn't know people use it in their bath. Like they squeeze it in the bath and have a lovely, oily, gorgeous bath. So I'm going to do that. And yeah, I just really wanted to repurchase it. I loved it. It brought me so much joy when I used it before. I repurchased the L'Occitane soap. But then I saw this stuff and I was like, maybe I'll try that, because I can't resist anything that is oud. So this is oud, accord, and gold. Oh, that's not really what I was expecting. It's not quite as oudy as I was expecting, actually, but it's nice. I think I'll probably get a better idea for it once I actually use it to wash my hands as well. So, little molten brown number. Another thing I got is the Skinky List Glycolic Acid Exfoliating Body Stick. I hate putting moisturiser on after the shower, and I feel like this might be the answer to my problems, because it's literally like a deodorant stick, and some of the things that it deals with, I think it said it on the box and I've thrown the box away. But essentially, like, you can put it on your feet for your cracked heels. You can put it on, the bumps you get on your arms. I'm pretty bad for them. Dry elbows, also very bad for them. Ingrown hairs for shaving, and your armpits as well. Like, this sounds like it does it all. So I saw it and I was like, I'm going to give that a try. I think I'm going to have a wee bath and then make some dinner. That bath was 10 out of 10. I feel like a whole new human, and I feel like I just perfected my bath board. Cookies, turns out, incredible bath snack. Glass of white wine, incredible bath beverage. Great book, short chapters. So I think I read 3 chapters, but that makes you feel really accomplished when you read so many chapters. I love short chapters in a book. And what else was on there? A glass of water and candle. Perfect, loved it. I'm now going to make some overnight rise focaccia, because I'm having some friends for dinner tomorrow. Guys, is this not the most like girl dinner to have when your partner is away? Tuna pasta. Oh, I'm living the dream today, I must say. I mean, I don't know why I just don't cook this when Lee's here, but I literally don't think I've ever made him tuna pasta. But the minute he's gone, tuna pasta is getting made. And it's not like he doesn't like it, it's just the designated girl's boyfriend is away for the night. What are they going to cook? Tuna pasta. Yummy.